idle, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, film antifreeze. The land with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. A Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect, you're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapsed on the planet deserted. That's the word, like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league is supreme. Rest your luck with sleep, go home, the biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last laugh like the last comic standing. Make it the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some. Newspaper boy, dog, fetch me my slippers. Feed me, do the dishes if you need me. Everybody's so emo, everyone expects emotion. While I'm holding on to long-term solutions to that notion that everything must go, be shown off, be bad, be thrown into the lions as if the crowd cares. Some are born like us, most are born like them. Some will live to the fullest, some will die in the system. Just trying to live them out, see I admire the missing, acquire the license to listen with the fire to. So where's my welfare? Where's my healthcare? Where's my sandwich? There's my sandwich. So spin doctors spinning. Old white men grinning, power to devour, can do its bidding. Can you think of a single thing you've done that's meant anything, anything at all? I know I'll probably take the fall. I was going in circles till I hit the wall. Can you think of a single thing you've done that's meant anything, anything at all? I know I'll probably take the fall. I was going in circles till I hit the wall. I'm absolutely sure one day I'll settle down, find a special spot, a best gallons of milk. I've got trees growing, got a flower garden going, couple herbs for the cooking, couple more for the. Got a hammock for the swinging, fresh tomatoes for the salad. It'll compliment the burger, straight cooking on the grill. Still let myself so stupid I can't walk home alone. No. Need a shoulder to lean on, I need a coat. Come on. Music's my meal ticket. If I could keep living on, to get times ticking like waiting in line, and you don't get in. No weights, no hole in the weight of the game is breaking your soul. Keep changing your game, playing the role. Keep telling my family short like Tolkien readers. Let it thing go hard to pick up teeth with broken fingers, and I humble myself till I was hollow inside. But no more, I get this zipper, you can swallow my pride.
I won't bow down to no man. Not even if I need to ride to the next village. Not if I need to cross continents. Nor if I need money. Yeah. Or when I feel lonely. Yeah. Will I ever bow down to no man? Not even if you have a car with a tank full of gas. Not even if you have a ship to cross the seas. Nor if you own a bank full of employees. Or if you lead your own church and put your soul at ease. Will I ever bow down to you? Bow down to no man. I won't bow down to no man.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the guys we'll see down low tonight, Nikola Vucevic out of Montenegro by way of USC. Legit 7-footer who has quietly put up huge numbers the last few seasons, Kenny.
Well, he uses his size really well to carve out space. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA, actually. I think his ability to kind of shoot from the outside, dominate on the paint, and his rebounding. I think last season he averaged 19 points and 11 boards a game. Pretty impressive.
You know, he's not a player that plays with a lot of flash, but he comes and produces every night. Said it once instead of twice.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rivals, the Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. Pacers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Indianapolis. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the Magic start out with the ball. Now the starting group for Orlando. Caldwell. Pope out there with Hardaway. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Wagner in at the 4 spot. And so here is Indiana. Here's the mayor. They set the pick. Pass to Raymond. He dishes it to Artest. Good on the triple. Artest's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim, and that's really what made it tough for them.
Good.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's Caldwell Pope. It's hauled in by Artest. For the Magic, it's never a good sign to lead the league in getting dunked on. Last year that happened. They had that dubious sign.
You know, and in general, Kevin, I mean, the Magic were just poor on defense. I mean, they couldn't stop the three. Second worst mark in the league at defending it. And overall, the third worst field goal percentage against. So you know where their priorities were this past offseason. I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Turner passes to Raymond. Indiana moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. There's the pick. Miller with a wide open look. And Indiana, another 3.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Now here's Shaq. 11 feet away. It's hauled in by Artest.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Great open look there.
5. Buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Orlando, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Outside Hardaway. Inside. Stolen by Artest. Here's Miller. The shot will not go. Good D by Hardaway. The Magic trail by 12. And he dunks it down.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in this game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And he ends up missing both free throws. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. The Orlando Magic.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Passes it to O'Neal. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Rain Man's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
This one for 3. Offensive rebound. There's the pass to the main. Miller outside. Second chance shot. That shot is off. Coming up empty for the 2nd time this game. 4 for 6. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Back to Artest. Here's the break. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Miller, the pass to Raymond. Here's the Mayor, guarded by Hardaway. Clock at 6. Pass to the Mayor. From deep 3-point range, O'Neal with the rebound.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it, I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
The Mayor passes to Raymond. Here's Artest on the 3 off target.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
This guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a two-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development.
Some changes here for the Pacers. Hibbert comes in for Turner. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Red Hot. Pacers leading by 8. Here's the mayor. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Miller, no up.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From outside the arc, it's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Indiana's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Stevenson. Back to Miller. Looking to end the drought. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. They're shooting 5 for 8.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Here's Rainman. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And now it's a 10-point Pacer lead. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remembering, he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
George Hill's checked in for the main. Here's Payton. No luck. Good D by Stevenson.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And the shot is good. 16 points for Slim.
You know, for Stevenson, he saw a regression in almost every part of his game last year. Ended up riding the bench down the stretch.
Now, here's Vucevic. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
He just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Rainman. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And for Stevenson, it's really hard to readjust to a new system. I mean, he still has all the tools he had in Indy, so he could be a bounce-back candidate this year and beyond.
Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Hill to the wing right side. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Here's Rainman. Can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
When I had a chance to speak with Coach Scott Skiles, they'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert. And he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year. And now is one of the guys you have to account for, really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, you've got to get low and try to root him out of the paint. And then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart strategy, guys. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris. Fournier is checked in for the Magic. Hill with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Inside, Hibbert, the pass to Raymond. That's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. The Pacers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Now here's Payton. Feeds it to Fournier. Picked by Vucevic. He's guarded by Stevenson.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
There's the triple. Orlando grabs the miss. A solo fast break. Goes up. Just beautiful.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. .135 left to play in the first. And the shot is good.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
Now, here is Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Stevenson kicks to Hibbert. Passes to Raymond. Just 5 to shoot. Stuckey right side. That's good from 17 feet away.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
So it's Orlando now, following the basket by Rodney Stuckey. Vucevic with the bucket.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here is Hill. There's a good screen. There's the pass to Raymond. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
For Indiana, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Indiana. Red Hotties checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's the Mayor in for Hill. Both good from the line that time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oh, went in there and trying to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Hill dishes to Hibbert. Pass to the Mayor. Shoots the 3. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Pacers lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy.
You want to guard the paint, and some of that has to do with myself being able to control the paint as much as.
When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution developed very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
The mayor is out there with Solomon Hill, and it's Rain Man, and it's Roy Hibbert, and it's Artest in at the small forward. That's the Pacers 5.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
The Magic trail by 3. Caldwell Pope passes to Hardaway. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And Hibbert with the block. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. There's the lob to the hoop. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Hardaway. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
That is really poor defensive awareness. I mean, he's one guy you don't want to give any space to. You've got to stay attached and connected.
Passes it to the main. There's the triple. O'Neal with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Wagner. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Here's the mayor. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside Artest. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Back to Hardaway. Magic moving the ball around. And Shaq with the slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now, here is Hill. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Hardaway with the steal, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Time to change for the Magic. Dedmon's checked in. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Miller. Hibbert with a screen on Hardaway. Dishes to Hibbert. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Pacers lead by 1.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Here's the mayor. The pass to Raymond. And again, it's Indiana.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Wagner. Fires the 3, and he gets the bucket.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Hibbert, the pass to Raymond. Stolen by O'Neal. Outside Hardaway. Screened by O'Neal. Passes to Wagner. For 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Magic.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Great D that time from Artest. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Rayman. Misses off the left iron.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Hibbert with a screen for Miller to end the run. Indiana again missing. Magic leading by 3. Here's Caldwell Pope. Finish off the break. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Turner's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Here's the mayor. The pass to Raymond. He kicks it to Artest. Traps in the tray. Artest's got 6 points.
And for the Magic, they will try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Pacers trail by 5. Miller kicks to Artest. Miller dishes to Artest, and it's blocked. And now Orlando on the break, and it's denied. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. To the paint. Puts it up from 7. That one rolling around and rims out.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
They set the screen. No one near Turner as he lets it go. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Turner's got his first basket of the night. Shaq passes to Wagner. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now, here is Artest. He has 6. The mayor. And again, it's Indiana.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Orlando leading by 3. Wagner passes to Dedmon. Left side Hardaway. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his first 2 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And here's Miller. 18 points for him. Pass to Raymond. Jacks up a 3. And the Pacers another 3.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Hardaway. He's got 10. Got a hand on it. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Payton outside. 6 to shoot. Now the feed to Dedmon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Shot from 12. Shot no good. Great D that time from Artest. Pacers trail by 4. Miller outside. Can't hit.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
It's stolen by Vucevic. And here's the fast break. And Fournier kicks to Dedmon. Picked by Vucevic. 9 feet out, and that one's good. Payton's got 5. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. So the wing on the left. Here's the Mayor. Good. And Miller gets the assist. And it's 7 points for the Mayor.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Now here's Payton. He has 5. The dish now to Fournier. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Jordan Hill is checked in for Indiana. And Stevenson comes in for Miller. And the Magic making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in. Here's the Mayor. He has 7. Hill is screen on Payton. Off the screen. Orlando grabs the miss. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like this game.
And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft. Selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree, and a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
Here's Fournier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Picked by Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Kept alive Orlando. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's an 8-point Magic lead.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here. And, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
Here's Vucevic. It's blocked. Artest against Gordon. Artest the pass to the Mayor. Stolen away. Kicks to Gordon. Vucevic with it. He's picked up by Hill. They get it again. Payton. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Payton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's the Mayor. He's got 10. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. So we've reached the end.
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. In the second quarter, they turned on the afterburners, making a big charge to jump ahead and build a 9-point lead for themselves at halftime. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
They did an awesome-erific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-erific. That's all.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the
And now the third quarter about to get going. Slim having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
Right. And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Hardaway. He's out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Shaq in at the 5. Turner comes with the double team. Shaq dishing to Hardaway. No good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there, cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Rain Man's checked in for the Pacers. Miller comes in for Lance Stevenson. And he gets it to go. And that's 13 points for the Mayor.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Hardaway passes to Wagner. Orlando moving the ball. Here's O'Neal, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Orlando leading. Here's Wagner. And the 3 off target.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
The Mayor passes to Raymond. He feeds it to Artest. Pass to the Mayor. To tie. No good off the front iron.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
The Pacers have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And it's Artest missing.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here's the screen. Shaq kicks to Hardaway. Back to Shaq. Here's Wagner. Up the line, Orlando. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Shaq's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Miller outside. Left side Turner. And now Orlando on the break. The Pacers pull it in. Rain Man's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Now a timeout.
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. If we see an open look, we got to take it. We have to make them play at our tempo.
Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
Some changes for Indiana. Hibbert comes in for Turner. And Mahinmi's subbed in for Rainman. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Hardaway. Watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
I'll tell you what, they've got a nice reservation for him over on the bench if he keeps this up. 4th turnover already.
Here's the Mayor, guarded by Hardaway. Throws it up high. That ties it up.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there.
And the Magic have been a bit of a doormat for the East the last 2 seasons, it seems, Clark.
Well, we'll put some numbers on that for you, partner.
Yep.
They've finished in the bottom 3 each of the last 3 seasons. The plan is to collect talent. And they've done that, but it hasn't gelled or matured to the point of being consistent yet.
On defense, Indiana. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Here's Indiana. They're on a 13-4 run. Miller outside. The pass to the Mayor. Hibbert with a screen on Hardaway. Out to Miller. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Hardaway dishes to Caldwell Pope.
Checking out the game, Kentavious Caldwell Pope has had 9 points and 1 steal as well.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
And it's Artest missing. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of the backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Both teams trading punches.
And guys, I hope they keep it up just like this. Let's see some more end-to-end action.
Pacers trail by 4. And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference, Greg, very well. Ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
Outside Hardaway. Shaq with the screen. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 16 points for him.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Hibbert, the pass to the Mayor. Now, here's Mahinmi. He's covered closely. Outside for Artest. Lets the 3 fly. Shot is off. And Orlando will come the other way.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting.
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. If we see an open look, we got to take it. We have to make them play at our tempo.
All the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hibbert. Rainman comes in for Mahinmi. And George Hills subbed in for the Mayor. Here's Rainman, and it's good. One through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
concentration. He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Fires from 18, and there are the Magic with another bucket. Pacers trail by 5. Hill kicks to Miller. It's back to Hill. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Miller. And it's off the back rim, no good. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. And no good, had a chance to take the lead. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Covered by Artest. Offensive rebound, and another shot, and the layup is up and in. 22 points for him.
It's really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
To the paint, here's Rainman. Takes it up with both hands and grips it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Magic lead by 4.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Artest on the way. And again, it's Indiana converting.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Now Hardaway. 12 points for him. To the left side wing. Off the left rim and out. Pacers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Miller. Turner passes to Rainbow. Here's Artest. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Turner with a screen on Hardaway. Fires for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Miller outside. He dishes it to Artest to the inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Magic?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
To the middle, deflects the pass.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Now, here is Artest. He's got 13. Pass to Rainbow. It's Hill on the wing. A second chance effort. Again, missing Hill. Magic leading by 8. The feed now to Hardaway. He kicks it to Vucevic. Misses, and he wants that one back. No good. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Magic lead by 8. And don't go away. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Orlando's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Main man is out there with Turner. Then there's the Mayor. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Miller in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Just too dangerous for a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Here's the Mayor, covered by Payton. The Mayor passes to Turner. Miller, that's for 2. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Shaq's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Payton outside. Screen by O'Neal. Down low. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Ron Turner kicks to Miller. Back to Turner. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Magic leading by 8. Payton outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, Kevin, it doesn't matter that he's one of the slower guys on the floor, especially when he gets that wide lane to the rim.
To the middle. Tipped away. Stolen by O'Neal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
Some changes for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Turner. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Red Hot. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
In the corner, it's Stevenson. Off target from 3-point range.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
O'Neal dishes to Payton. Screen by O'Neal. Clock at 6. Here's Fournier. And watching Evan Fournier, he's an intriguing 2-guard prospect. Saw his minutes, Craig, spike last season after getting traded at the deadline.
Yeah, he finally had the chance to get in and prove himself. Had a few strong outings in the second half of last year.
Hill, he's checked in for Rain Man. Miller, the pass to Hill. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Boy, I like the height that Evan Fournier has as a two-guard. I mean, he doesn't have the lateral quickness that you'd like to see in that position, but as he gains strength,
hey kid, you
I
ready?
think he should at least be capable and competent on the defensive end.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Hill leading the charge.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Magic leading by 9.
And back to Fournier, his real upside is on offense. A streaky three-point shooter, a crafty ball handler, and good vision from a passing standpoint. He just needs time on the floor and to continue to keep developing. And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Hibbert with a screen for Miller. The dish to Hibbert. Here's the Mayor. And Shaq pulls it down. Shaq's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. Pacers trail by 8. Here's the Mayor. Pick up by Hill. Kicks it to Hibbert. And it's Hill with the jam.
The offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
He was all alone on that one.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
By Payton. Hibbert with the screen, and Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And they get it back. Passes it to the Mayor. Rocket 6. And a draw from three-point range. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Payton, good. And now an 11-point Orlando lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Hibbert with the screen. The Mayor passes to Hibbert. Right side Hill. The shot is off. And Orlando the other way now. Right block shot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He has 30.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The Mayor passes to Stuckey. Here's the Mayor. Hill, a screen on Payton. Pass to Hill, to the paint, looking to end the run, and then Hibbert with the dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
O'Neal It's rebounded by Indiana.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Stevenson outside. Hibbert with a screen for Stevenson. Knocks it loose. Hibbert kicks to Stuckey from 13, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Fournier in the corner, shoots the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And the Magic lead by 14.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's the Mayor. Pick up by Hill. The Mayor passes to Hill. Hibbert at the elbow. Shoots from the high post. And too long on the shot.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Orlando leading by 14. The pass to Payton. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Hibbert with a screen on Payton. Feeds to Stevenson. A 3-ball. Fournier pulls it down.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And Shaq gets it to go.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And the Pacers call time here. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but he came along very strong.
I don't want us taking shots with hands in our faces. Move the ball. Move the ball. Spread their defense and get our shooters some clean looks. Tighten up.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hibbert. Rainman comes in for Jordan Hill. Red Hotty's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Miller's subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Magic. Hardaway comes in for Elfrid Payton. They set the pick. Here's Rainman, defended by Shaq. Back to Miller. And he banks in the lane. Miller's got 26.
And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
The shot's good from Shaq.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's Artest missing.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Pacers trail by 19. To the inside. There's the screen.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
It's hauled in by Artest.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. No good. And Orlando will come the other way. Dishes to Hardaway. O'Neal kicks to Caldwell Pope. Hardaway passes to Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Magic.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the New York Knicks. For New York, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass.
But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a 7 with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash. I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. There's just another day in the life of the baby, we make magic. Come on, motherfucker.
2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston. the home of the Celtics. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline.
Ready to go?
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And now the New York Knicks starters. Towns is out there with Anthony. Then it's Smith. Then it's Bridges. Dishes it to Carmelo. Rebound Boston.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Anthony. Some nice passing by New York here. To the middle. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And they get the first bucket of the game on that one.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
Here's Dimes, covered by Anthony. And the shot is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Brunson, guarded by Holiday. Outside Anthony. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Down kicks to Allen. Pass to Dimes. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Porzingis. Can't hit. And New York the other way now.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Brunson. Out to Smith. Anthony on the wing. Here's Brunson. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Here's the feed to Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Dimes. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Bridges. And the dunk by Towns.
And great effort. On the boards and that was, I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
Wow, good.
A good open look, and he slashes home the three.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 6 from the field. Kicks to Smith. Anthony right side. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
The pass to Dimes. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Dimes got 5.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now, here is Smith. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
Going into this game and scouting the opposition, he told me he's a huge fan of Drew Holiday, saying, you know, Drew's still a guy with so much potential. You just don't see that many point guards with his kind of frame. 6'4", close to 2 bills and a great skill set to match. He's a guy you love to watch, but you often hate to go up against. Kevin, we'll see if he can have a big impact in this one.
Thanks again, Doris. And so here is New York following the bucket by the Celtics. To the inside. It's tipped. Down low. Here's Allen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
Brunson hits the target from 18 feet.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Holiday with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Allen up top. Fires the 3. And that one's good.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense. And that's kind of what did them in.
Now, here is Smith. The dish to Carmelo. And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time. Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Now Allen. Outside Holiday. Back to Allen. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Dimes. Bridges with the board.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Over to the wing. Lets it go with the 3. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 5 now.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but they got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff team.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
Bradley's check in for Allen. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Up and in on the layup.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Anthony. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Anthony's got 6.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to Dimes. Shot clock at 6. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Anthony's shot is off.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And a foul. Call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, for Drew Holiday, last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Boston making a switch here. Allen's checked in, and then for New York, Lopez, he's checked in for Towns. Jay Crowder comes in for Bridges, and it's Iman Shumpert in for Smith.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Here's Dimes. He's got 9. No good on the 3.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy. Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Here's Shumpert after the basket by Boston. Brunson lays it up and in off the pretty assist. He's got 9.
And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
Now here's Allen. Pass to Dimes. Back to Allen. 9 feet out. Cannot hit. The Knicks go the other way with it. Feeds to Crowder. Shumpert against Holiday. They set the screen. They get it back. Shot by Crowder, no good. Boston's gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Holiday with it, now guarded by Shumpert. Inside, deflects the pass. And now the Knicks on the break. New York moving the ball around. Crowder kicks to Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 2.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kinds of plays that often go overlooked.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Boston.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Now here's Shumpert. 3-pointer. The second effort, and the foul called on Dimes. Full 24-second shot clock. 1:46 left in the first quarter. And the shot's good from Crowder.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
And so it's Boston with it, following the score by New York. To the wing right side. Here's Dimes, and he's good on the 3-ball. Dimes got 12.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Boy, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Some changes for Boston. Porzingis, he's checked in for Olynyk. Brown comes in for Allen, and Thomas subbed in for Drew Holiday. Boston on D. They trail by 1. The kick out to Lopez. And the shot is good. As you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. And so they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Lopez a screen. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's Dimes. He's got 12. 6 to shoot. From outside the arc, Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. From 11 feet away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares him. You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about it, and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got him on Shumpert. Anthony out there with Towns. Then it's Bridges. Lee outside. Towns with the steal. Here's Bridges. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Outside Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From about that one a little long.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
From past the arc. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Anthony down low. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Thomas. Boston needs to get off a shot. Towns with the steal. Here's Brunson, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now it's a 4-point New York lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And Thomas, here we go. Missed inside.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Inside, Anthony. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Dishes to Brown. Lee outside. Back to Brown. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what I like. A nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
Goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Here's Brunson. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Porzingis. Dimes comes in for David Lee. Ray Allen is checked in for Bradley. And it's Drew Holiday in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Gallinari is checked in. Holiday left side. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in their rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
The feed to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Boston. Allen for three. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Gallinari. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Boston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Holiday dishes to Olynyk. Now the pass to Dimes. Just 5 on the clock. Gallinari with the rebound. New York trailing. Now here's Anthony. He's got 10. Brunson defended by Allen. Here's Brunson. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. He's got 13. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Knicks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Knicks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 and 10. Here's Brunson. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And it's Brown missing.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Olynyk. The Knicks with the lead. Outside Anthony. The 10-footer. And off the glass. That one's good. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And here's Holiday. There's the pick. Over in the corner, Allen. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. The Knicks have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Allen against Smith. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. And it comes off the rim with a high bounce.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Good. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And that one's good.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Allen against Smith. There's the pick. Back to Holiday. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And we all know Jrue Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lopez comes in for Towns. And Jake Crowder is subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Smith with a wide open look. And it comes off the front of the rim. Head back to Holiday. We've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up.
Well, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
And the shot is good.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
There's the screen. Pass to Dimes. Back to Holiday. Crowder pulls it in.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low. It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
We've been going back and forth, partner. It's been really, really tight so far.
Holiday, the pass to Dimes. Brown outside. And Holiday has it in the corner. And it's good. With time running down in the shot clock. Holiday's got the game tied up here for Boston. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the dish to Smith. Here's Brunson. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And it's Allen with the jam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Brunson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. He's got 17.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Allen kicks to Holiday. We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. Here's Porzingis. Knicks with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Some nice passing by New York here. Lopez, no luck. Boston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Allen with it. He's got 10. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Nailed from three-point land. Porzingis has got 5.
Well, they're not afraid to just let it fly from here. They didn't have as much success in the first quarter, but with this lead, they're looking to extend it with the three-point shot.
Down low. Nice shot by Smith.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target. And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here. That's what I like. A nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender. And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Brown the pass to Porzingis. To the middle. Holiday gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
They set the pick. And Allen with the block. And a pretty tightly kick.
No, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson. Found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They started to take control of the game in the second quarter and pulled away nicely, heading into halftime up by 5. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. They've got Porzingis. Rozier's out there with Allen. Then it's David Lee. And it's Dimes in at the 3. It's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint. Yes.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Brown, he's checked in for Lee. Celtics leading by 7. They set the pick. Brown the pass to Porzingis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Porzingis has got 12 in the game.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Pass to Towns. A three. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Brown wide open. He fired. No good on the triple.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Here's Brunson, and it's blocked. But they get it back to the paint. Takes it off the glass. 19 points in the game.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
The Celtics with the lead. Rozier, the pass to Allen. That's good.
No hesitation when he saw the space that D was giving him. That's 2.
Pass to Smith. Outside Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. Now the pass to Bridges. Lets it go from 14. Drained for 2 points. Bridges has got his second bucket. Boston leading by 8. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. To the inside. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it.
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. We see an open look, we got to take it. We have to make them play at our tempo.
They're in for a long night.
Feeds it to Carmelo. Here's Brunson. A rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And the Celtics making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Rozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's tipped. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Down low. Dimes the pass to Holiday. Gets an open look and hits. Holiday's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball move.
Passes it to Bridges. Anthony drives in, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Shumpert is checked in for Smith. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Rozier. No good off the back of the rim. Knicks trail by 8. Outside Anthony. 3-pointer. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Rozier. Connects on the 17-footer. And the Celtics lead by 7. New York's gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shumpert against Holiday. 16 feet away. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. 21 points in the game. Celtics leading by 5. Pass to Dimes. To the inside. Mark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for the Celtics. Next and Barney even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. New York moving it around. Here's Towns. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Now it's just a 3-point Boston lead.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look. Really nice dime drop in there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Outside Anthony. Anthony with the screen on Thomas. Out to Anthony for the 3, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Here's Dimes. It's good. And there's a block called in the play. He'll get one free throw. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Brown. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high-percentage shots in this game.
5 on the clock. Here's Brunson. Offensive rebound. Towns. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, he wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The free throw drops for Towns.
All right, let's go.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Nobody near Allen. Bangs home the trifecta. Allen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
And Shumpert kicks to Crowder. Back to Shumpert. Anthony drives in. Off target on the 15-footer.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Knicks trail by 7. Shumpert dishes to Crowder. Anthony nowhere around. And it's Anthony again missing.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Bridges passes to Towns. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Towns has got 12.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
To the left wing. And Holiday kicks to it. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. Anthony
left side. Swing shot on the way. The shot misses. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Dimes. Started by Shumpert. Allen for the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Crowder's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Bridges. Outside jumper. There's the 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Thomas passes to Dimes. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
Lopez, he's checked in for New York. Gallinari comes in for Anthony. Gallinari dishes to Shumpert. Here's Bridges, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bridges has got 6.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Barnes, who's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Thomas. Celtics leading by 5. Here's Barnes. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
The Knicks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Take a look at what Bottom's been doing. 9 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark. I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
He kicks to Crowder. Holiday against Bridges. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much backing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned. They've been on fire from the free throw line, and that efficiency has really propelled them forward.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again. I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
From 15 feet away, and it's Boston with another. 1:36 left in the third quarter. He feeds it to Crowder. Shoots from 12. Here's Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. Lopez has got 6 points.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Bridges against Holiday. He dishes it to Allen. Brown fires, and again it's Boston converted.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or 2, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Here's Crowder. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
They weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Brown. No good. Shumpert with some nice D. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Bridges. 11 points in the game. Dishes it to Crowder. It's good from long range.
Putting you in.
Crowder's got 7 points in the game. Now Brown. Here's the screen. Here's Olynyk. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all.
And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Knicks trail by 4. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Gallinari. J.R. Smith out there with Towns. Here's Brunson. And there's another one for the Knicks.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
Now here's Thomas. There's the pick. The pass to Rozier. Kicks it out to Allen. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Screen by Lee. Here's Rozier. Covered by Smith. Thomas. Good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Some changes for Boston. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Lee. And it's Holiday in for Thomas. Now here's Towns. Olynyk is covering. There's the double team with Allen. Smith for 3. And again, New York with the triple. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Rozier, the pass to Olynyk.
Hey.
And here's Holiday. Pocket 6. Pass to Porzingis to the middle. Here's Olynyk. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
Well, back to Kelly Olynyk. You have to identify the matchups where he can be effective because Clark is against explosive long-limb guys. They'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, they will, but in the right matchup, he's effective. He can help you. He makes 35% of his threes, has done that for the last 2 years. And I think he gives you some toughness and rebounding as well. I like him as a second-unit player.
There's a good screen. And here's Brown outside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 18 points for the Prophet. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Towns kicks to Smith. Some nice passing by New York here, and that one's good. And it's now 22 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Here's Rozier, covered by Smith. Rozier, the pass to Holiday.
Hey, kids, ready? All right.
There's the pick. Now the feed to Brown. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
New York calls timeout. Well,
they can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by playing tough defense in front of their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
And Olynyk kicks to Bradley. There's the dish to Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. Brown outside. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Brown. And that's now 7 points for Kelly Olynyk.
And as you said with the Celtics, it was the D at home that helped them get wins here. They'll want to be better than one game over 500 this season to get back into the postseason.
Dimes, the pass to Olynyk. Pass to Dimes. Three-pointer. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Dimes. 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
The Celtics making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Here's Brunson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside Anthony. There's the screen. Here's Brunson, and Allen with the block. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Holiday with the ball. He had a nice open look right there. And that's 20 points for Ray Allen.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Kicks it to Smith. Out left to the wing. Here's Brunson. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
A steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 31.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Here's Dimes, covered by Anthony. Outside Holiday. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
They've struggled trying to contain Drew Holiday. He has 12 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Bridges, he's jacked in for the Knicks.
Hey, kid, you ready? All right, let's go.
Good on both. Knicks trail by 5. Feeds to Smith. Bridges against Allen. Here's Bridges. Pass to Towns. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Dishes it to Olynyk. Here's Dimes. 6 on the shot clock. Almost, but it rolls out. The 8-footer. Rebound by Ray Allen. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Olynyk. This one for 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Porzingis comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Brown in for Bradley. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Anthony. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown dishes to Allen. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's now 22 points for Ray Allen.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. Top of the key, Holiday. The 3. Shot is off. And New York the other way now. Here's Brunson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. The screen from Brown. Stolen. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Allen. And here comes Brown. Leading the fast break. Shot's good. 24 points for Allen. Knicks trail by 3. Passes it to Anthony. No good.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating. Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You've got to manage the clock and play smart.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Inside, it's blocked. Allen for the 3. Knicks with the rebound. There's the feed to Smith. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Dimes, and it's Boston with another.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Bridges. Anthony right side. It's Brown on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Ray Allen picks one up.
Melo having a terrific game. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Isaiah Thomas has checked in for Boston.
In the crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Here's Porzingis. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
The drive by Anthony, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. New York calls timeout. They're behind by 6. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Towns, no luck.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Thomas goes in, and he gets it to go. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Drew Holiday. He's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
You know the coach drew up a nice play when you get an easy dunk on the inbounds pass.
Celtics leading by 6. Here's Dimes. Just 5 to shoot. He's up to the stripe. And off the ground, and in it goes. Dimes got 12 points here in the second half. Down low. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Allen for 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And now as the clock ticks down, it's going to end up as a solid victory here for the Celtics.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their...
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Holiday, here we go. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Holiday's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Boston has possession. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just
don't think you wanna get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no brake light, crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how I feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it take to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here ballin', it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you try to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Get rich. I don't think you want. Get rich.